If I do that, not really, huh? If only this had more light, or at least if this had better light instead. Oh well, we'll work with what we have. Alright. We are live, I think. And we're playing this masterpiece. So it could be an early psych for anyone who was expecting Avengers or Spider-Man, or possibly more of Genshin Impact, but no! We're playing a better game, so don't worry. But anyways, welcome everyone to the stream. Comic Book King, what's up? Hopefully you guys are having an enjoyable Friday afternoon. At least for right now, for me over here in Pacifica, California, it is the afternoon on Friday. And also, of course, hopefully you're all staying safe. That's most important. Gonna wait for more people to join in before we start, obviously. If the music is too loud, I'm sorry about that. For some reason, this game will not let me decrease the music volume. It will let me increase the camera speed and lots of other stuff, but for some reason the music has never been an option to adjust, which is interesting. Although the bop is real for that game. Or for this, I mean. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Just double checking really quick on my social media accounts, making sure that the stream is open. Yes. Tweet it out. That's great. Gonna make sure on my channel you guys can see it live. We are 24 in the chat. What's up, everybody? Comic Book King, Danielle. What's up, what's up, guys? Sorry if I'm mumbling my words. It's been a while, and I apologize in advance again because there is no news. There's no news. At least I should say there's no news that's good to discuss for Spider-Man. There's no sequel updates. There's no like Avengers content that's exciting. We do have the Hawkeye stuff coming in. What? Friday? So today is March 5th. The Hawkeye content is coming on March 18th. So we have 13 days. So less than 2 weeks to go until Hawkeye releases for Avengers for free, as well as the next-gen version of Marvel's Avengers on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. So hang in there if you're wanting to still play the game. And as a heads up, even though I didn't do this for Kate Bishop, I will do a live stream for Hawkeye. So when they reveal Hawkeye and include him in the game for free, I mean, you know, as the update, I will do a live stream playing his DLC stuff and going my first playthrough for him, since you can't replay the campaign missions at all still after almost 7 months. So I'm gonna have to try and do it the first time around for the stream, directly going over the game and that mission, or his missions, I should say. What's up, everybody? Reality World, Silver Gold Butt, Queez Grism. What's up, guys? Danielle, I also saw. Duran Williams, Pardeep Gotcha, GamerGuy98. Where GamerGuy98 asks, when does Spider-Man come out for Marvel's Avengers? We don't know! Still have no freaking clue, which is insanely crazy to think about for this, for a game as massive as Marvel. You know, Marvel's Avengers still not having any roadmap for the content that they're going to include for the game. Yeah, Queez Grism got that. Strikers and RJ Resolton Justice, Resonant Justice, I mean. How good is Persona 5 Strikers? Fantastic. Currently my game of the year. So damn fantastic. And I'll put in the config options right now, because if I leave it on the default menu, it'll replay the intro again. But that intro is fantastic. Do I have faith in that game? If you mean Avengers Fanboy 1911, I do not. I think the game is dead currently, and I do think they are currently now even more so digging their own grave. Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics with this recent news. So we have 26 people. I feel like this is an old school game. Do you mean Persona 5 Strikers? I get that you mean visually, maybe. Like the art style isn't up to par with current gen, because it was also developed on Nintendo Switch. Whereas Persona 5 Royal was not a multi-platform game. It was only on PlayStation 4, so that's the power of the PS4 exclusivity, whereas this game had to be optimized for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. And sadly, there's no PS5 versions of Persona 5 yet, but I'm hoping that we do get that one day. Alright, so for those of you still joining, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a good Friday afternoon. relaxing, staying at home, playing some games, hopefully Persona 5 Strikers, which we're going to be diving into soon. But before we do that, we're just going to wait for more people to join, but I will go over this news. So, in case you guys missed it, which I do think you're able to hear me, by the way, on the mic. I made double sure before I started the stream that I turned my microphone on because I want to refrain from embarrassment again. Queen's Charisma, I got Genshin and I'm really enjoying it. Great! I'm glad. It's a really fun game. And so is this, Persona 5 Strikers. It's amazing. But yeah, Genshin Impact is incredible. I recently got Jean, funny enough, just as a side tangent. I got Jean as a character, as well as Xingqiu from Liyue, the book swordsman, pretty much. The Hydro book swordsman, and Jean, the head of the Knights of Favonius, which is fantastic. Persona 5 running in 60 FPS, like the frame rate graphical settings for Strikers would be pretty cool, not gonna lie. Well, good luck, or you are in luck, I should say, Senator Armstrong. Bam! We have game mode settings, frame rate, or graphic, but I always go frame rate because it looks really, really smooth when playing. So, we're all set on that front. Yes, but anyways, to go over the news for Avengers, which is insanely stupid, and unbelievable that they're, you know, going about this in such a nonchalant way. Like, this is exactly what people want for the game. And it's like, no one asked for this. Relates to the XP system, you know, the level up system for Avengers, as well as cosmetics and how they drop when you beat missions. So, there's not really a whole lot that I care about for the cosmetic front, because if you guys know me, I always wear the default suits for the majority of these games. Even with Persona 5, with Royal, you can wear different outfits. I always wear the Phantom Thief attire because it's my favorite. But for this, there's a huge problem with Avengers, and what's going on now is this recent update that they have on their website, stating, and I'm reading from my phone, which is why after we read, we'll dive into the game. Don't worry. But for those of you who are uninformed, this is going to be the main topic of discussion for the stream. So, yesterday, or I believe it was a couple days ago, or the 3rd. So a couple days ago, I guess, March 3rd, they put out a blog post on the Marvel's Avengers website going over this update for the game with the XP system. Wait, nobody beat me up. What game is this? I legitimately don't recognize. Don't worry, Ethan, which, by the way, everyone go follow Ethan online. Fantastic artist, amazing person. We're playing Persona 5 Strikers, buddy. It is fantastic, which, by the way, I'll let the intro play again because it's so good. Persona 5 Strikers is pretty much the sequel to the main Persona 5 game, and it's like one of those Koei Tecmo Dynasty Warriors, you know, hack and slash beat 'em up games, and it's so much fun, and the story is incredible so far for this game. I think I'm getting close to the ending, by the way, but when we're playing, we're going to mainly do some side missions. But mainly we're going to go over this news, again, is right here again, on the Marvel's Avengers website, they said the following. For the level up system, XP rework. Since we launched last September, our balance team has been evaluating the XP curve for leveling from level 1 to level 50, and we've been making some changes to address 2 core issues. Now keep in mind, these are issues, by the way, that no one was talking about. No one had any problem with the level up system for the game. Not once did I see anyone say, oh, it's too easy to level up. Oh, you don't get enough progress is being made for your characters. No one has brought that up. And I'll explain why they made this change in the first place afterwards. So, the current XP curve isn't really a curve at all, is what they say. In most RPGs, the amount of XP you need to level up increases as you gain levels in a curve. But our system is a straight line, because it's level-based and linear, you know, it's not open world, there's not a lot of side missions. Do you just go in these regions and beat up robots, and that's the whole game. It's madness. But to continue, this has led to pacing issues, such as skill points currently being rewarded too fast, which may be confusing and overwhelming to newer players. We want each decision to invest in a skill or heroic to be more meaningful. Now that is fine, you know, that's a fine explanation if that's what they want to really convey, is that, hey, we want each upgrade to matter for the character. So, okay, cool. So instead, maybe you should, I don't know, add more upgrades. You should add more of a progression system to make your characters feel individual and unique and impactful when upgrading them amongst the rest of the Avengers. But instead of making new changes for various gameplay styles and aesthetic attires and different types of combos that can mix and match with the other characters uniquely, like Genshin Impact, like what we were playing last time, they instead do this. So they say, based on these issues, we will be increasing the amount of XP needed to level up starting from around level 25, which is halfway from the main hero level of the max number of level 50. Let's see, this amount will increase the closer you get to level 50, so that it will take longer to reach higher levels, and will only affect character level, not power level. So again, there's the two levels in the game, is hero level, which is mainly with experience, skill moves, combos, like getting different types of move sets for your characters. That's the main thing, is the level 1 to level 50, and then the power level is just like defense and strength and the stat boosts. And that can get up to level 150, and that's where the whole grinding aspect is mainly focused on with that element of the game. It's crazy. So that's kind of the basic, right, that we know about the game's progression system and how detailed, quote-unquote, they try to make it out to be, right? But then they say, if you already have a level 50 character, which is the current maximum, which the majority of us do, this won't affect you, which is fine because they're already at their max level. If you have a character who isn't level 50 and want to speed up their progress, take this time to do so before the update on March 18th. So they're pretty much warning the players ahead of time, saying, hey, we're going to make you grind even more within this boring mess of a game. So if you want to make sure that all your characters are at the max level Hero 50 before we do this, play the game right now before we change it forever. That is insane. And then note, due to a bug we discovered, plans could level characters at a blistering pace if they had multiple level characters of higher tier. We intend to fix this issue once Clint arrives, meaning that they want they want things to be balanced, is what they're saying. There's also the things with the cosmetics, where you can now obtain certain cosmetics with this update with completing a goal, providing player agency and clarity about how to actually acquire specific cosmetics through progress. So again, that is mainly, hey, you want this Ultimate Iron Man suit that looks like Baymax from Big Hero 6 that they revealed a couple days ago? Go do this certain mission, or go get these credits, or go grind for gear in this area, and go get these resources to build up your player base even more with the amount of characters that can get, you know, join your party and the gear that they can all acquire. So that's fine, you know, cosmetics, whatever. If you want to get a certain suit in a certain way by doing certain things differently, or in a certain, like, set amount of missions to do, fine. But if you are hindering the progression system for the game, saying you gotta spend even more time in the game, and that is unacceptable. And the reason why I say this is because they are aware. They are 110% aware, Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal, that the player base is dwindling, has been dwindling for quite some time for Avengers, and no one is staying on the game for too long. So in order to keep people invested in the game, they're trying to make that experience last longer. Now, of course, the main, we have 7 now? Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Miss Marvel, and Kate Bishop are the 7 main heroes that we have since its September launch, which is insane. That's a whole, like, 7-month time gap, pretty much, by the time that Clint comes out. Or what? No, September 1st is when the game came out. So September, and it's already March 5th. So September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so it's a 7-month time gap, and we only have 7 characters in that amount of time, with barely any variety amongst their gameplay mechanics and their level up progression systems. So, because they know that so many people are against the game and not having fun with it, they want to try and elongate the grinding process. I mean, they want to keep you there for a longer period of time, even more so than what has currently been going on right now with trying to get your levels, your character's levels with the power level to 150. Now it's with the hero level, even more so, with actually getting different combos and mechanics to unlock for that character's playstyle. And it's pathetic. It's crazy. I don't really understand why they're doing this. I think it's really a poor choice on their front. Everyone is against it, by the way. If you go online and check once, like even Game Informer, which I retweeted on my Twitter page, put out an article 4 hours ago saying, with the recent news that Crystal Dynamics is making the grind for Marvel's Avengers even more of a grind, and players not being happy about that move, we, Game Informer, have a few suggestions for the studio should do differently to turn the game around. Meaning that, hey, guys, no one wants this. Actually do things that people are wanting to see. So, and that's not just from, you know, Game Informer. There's also been articles on IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, PlayStation Lifestyle, and also the Reddit forums going ballistic about this change, and it is really, really bad. And I'm very concerned again for the game's future, and that's also what we're going to be discussing in the stream with the title of Marvel's Next Move. So what should Marvel do in the future? And now, I think we've waited long enough. 15 minutes in, thank you all for joining in. 45 people in the stream. Hopefully you're all having a good day. We are now currently streaming Persona 5 Strikers, this masterpiece of a game right here. You can't even see it. Fantastic, because it's pitch black. It's the sequel to Persona 5, one of my favorite games. My personal favorite game of last year, 2020, more so than Miles Morales, is Persona 5 Royal. I thought that game was a masterpiece. And we are back here in Persona 5 Strikers with my main man Akira doing some shopping. And I kind of like, I'm getting closer to the end of the game, I think. So right now I'm gathering resources before I head out on my next journey with the Phantom Thieves. Stocking up on supplies, so that way we can take on the big boss and see how that can go forward. And yes, please, I beg of you guys, which I will make a video about it, I think, after I beat this game. I'm going to make a video, I guaranteed, why you should play Persona 5. Both Persona 5 Royal and Strikers. Because now is the perfect time to be a Persona 5 fan. Or just get into the series, I should say, of Persona 5. Because Royal is pretty much the definitive edition, you would say, of Persona 5. It enhanced the gameplay experience, the graphics are better, there's more story content, there's more soundtrack, you know, scores, there's enhanced fighting combat techniques and mechanics that are incorporated for the turn-based elements in that game. And seeing them expand it even more here, where it's more of like, it's not turn-based, it's like hack and slash pretty much, is incredible. And if you, again, we kind of did a Persona 5 stream a while ago. No one really watched it, but that was okay because it was kind of out of the blue. But now, hopefully you guys are having a good day and are going to enjoy this journey with me just playing Persona 5. I think I can get enough, I have enough money to get all these resources that I need at these souvenir shops. But anyways, Marvel's next move. What they should do. Oh, Andrew, can I join the party? Maybe later. Andrew, right now I want to kind of discuss the news about the Avengers stuff and kind of give my perspective on the matter. But then afterwards, sure. Sarah Armstrong, Evan, have you ever considered playing the older Persona games like Persona 4 Golden or Persona 3 FDFs? I have, and they're fantastic. I played Golden, so my Persona 5 first was my first Persona 5 was my first Persona game. So then I played Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 3. Persona 5 3, I'm an idiot. Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 FES, which is fantastic. I like 5 the most still, but 4 with you, Narukami, and the gang, and God, spoilers, I guess. Adachi. Yeah, it's nuts. But I love like Atlas again. I'm a huge Atlas fan. Catherine and Catherine Full Body are like some like perfect games for story content, pretty much. And this is just so good because it expands the Persona 5 formula just with a whole new aesthetic and combat system, and it's like perfect for a nerd like myself. Alright, so what I'm trying to say here though is about the future, and the reason why I think they're doing this with the Avengers stuff that I just finished going over is that I think they know the game is failing. They know it's failing, so they want to try and have people stay into the game even longer with the grind. But this will not make them back any money, is the sad fact of the matter. So instead, I think they're trying to slowly ease the tension of the game dying. They're gonna obviously include Spider-Man, because that's part of the deal that they made with PlayStation, and they spent money to have that character exclusively for their platform, so it would be a waste of money if they didn't include Spider-Man in their game. So they have to eventually do it one way or another. So I don't know when he's coming. There's no concrete date as to when Spider-Man will enter the game, but I think eventually, after Hawkeye, it would be in their best interest to launch him as soon as possible. And that's what I mean by Marvel's next move, because I think after Spider-Man, and maybe even Black Panther as well, whenever they decide to do that, I think the game will be dead. I think it's too little too late. There's not enough people playing on console or Steam, I should say. And I think that they are trying to ease the tension of the content and the lack of it to say, you know what, we are going to now focus our attention instead of the failure that is Marvel's Avengers because of how little it sold and the poor reception from reviews and the constant lack of updates and communication between the devs and us, the community, is that they need to make sure that they can release as much content as they can right now and then have their focus shift onto their next project, like, of course, Marvel Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac Games, and also what I hope is maybe still happening, we talked about this in a previous video, is the continued partnership between Marvel Games and Square Enix with their Guardians of the Galaxy project, and they need to prioritize that and make sure that that game does not follow in the same footsteps of Avengers compared to where we are now. And Andrew, I am a freaking moron. You are absolutely correct. Did you know that Yuri Lowenthal's 50th birthday is today? I did, but I didn't say it for the stream. And yes, everyone go on Twitter right now, or even in the stream, wish Yuri Lowenthal, of course, our main man, Peter Parker himself, Spider-Man, a very happy birthday, because today it is his birthday. He turns 50 years old today. He's a silver fox. He's a goddamn gorgeous mastermind, and he's honestly one of the most kind-hearted, passionate individuals I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and interviewing and just being able to connect with. And of course, it's so kind of him that he put his voice and, you know, dialogue of the Spidey Squad in Spider-Man PS4, because he's such a mensch. He's such a kind-hearted, warm soul. And his passion for the character of Spider-Man is beyond that of anyone else I could ever imagine. And again, you have Toby, Tom, Andrew, even the other voice actors like Josh Keaton, Christopher Daniel Barnes, whoever. Me, Yuri Lowenthal is still my definitive Spider-Man. He is the best person to have played the character thus far. I think his performance radiates who I believe Peter Parker to be. And it's wonderful that he is celebrated as much as he is as his version of Spider-Man. And it's wonderful. Telaudia plays. Sorry I'm late to the stream. Don't worry about it, dude. You are right on time. We're only 20 minutes in. We barely even started. So no problem whatsoever. We're just doing some shopping, and then we're going to be going into the metaverse to fight some baddies. Let me get this. Yep, MLB Speedy, can't wait for Marvel Spider-Man 2. Me neither. Or me either, I should say. Which, again, no, I don't have any inside info on the game. I have no clue when it's coming out. I can only hope that it comes out sooner rather than later, and hopefully, seeing how much of a problem Marvel's Avengers was, that Spider-Man will turn the tides again. Just like Miles Morales did, getting the hype train back online for everybody, because right now, of course, there's a lack of videos for me right now since there's no content. And again, for stuff you guys are probably suggesting, like, oh, Evan, you should do some videos about Gotham Knights or WandaVision or Persona 5, which I am going to do about Persona 5. But for the other, like, I would keep it in the realm of Marvel/DC stuff. There's nothing happening. At least we're waiting for a No Way Home trailer, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home, the movie. Which we do have a title for. I'm not really that excited about it right now, so we'll just wait for a trailer and then I'll react to it and give my thoughts then. Of course, it's probably going to be super heated by the MCU stands, like, you're just a Spider-Man PS4 shill. You don't know Spider-Man at all. You're just a Insomniac, you know, ball licker. Like, no, dude. I'm just not a fan of the movies with Far From Home or Homecoming. So there's not a lot going on right now with No Way Home that gets me excited. All the rumors with Toby and Andrew, I need to see it to believe it, so I'm not really taking anything about that at face value. I'm just waiting to see what happens. So that way I can set level expectations. If Toby's in it, cool. If he's not, whatever. Same thing with Andrew. But again, this is no way anymore a Tom Holland movie. The second that Andrew or Toby appears in the film, it's no longer a Tom Holland movie. That's a fact. And you could say, well, no, that they made it work for Spider-Verse, they're going to make it work for live action. It's like, no, because people love the other live action versions of Spider-Man more so than some of the others. Like, oh, Toby's my favorite versus Tom, or Andrew's my favorite, or Tom's my favorite. So they each have a different favorite version of the Spider-Man character from, you know, different media, the different films that have come out. So if they do that, and they include Toby or Andrew in the film, even if they're in there for like 2 minutes, you know for a fact that people are going to be begging, oh, can I get Spider-Man 4 with Toby? Oh, does this mean Sam Raimi's going to come back and direct Spider-Man 4? Oh, does this mean that Mark Webb's going to come back and direct The Amazing Spider-Man 3? And I'm just like, I don't care, because we've seen it. Like, I want new stuff. That's why I love the games, because that's new. A Miles Morales game, that's new. That's never been done before. Spider-Man PS4, that whole story, that's new. That's never been done before with that narrative. So, doing stuff that's fresh and innovative instead of rehashing old stuff as nostalgia. That's why I didn't feel anything when J.K. Simmons returned as J. Jonah Jameson at the end of Far From Home. Because it's nostalgia bait. It's trying like, oh, you like that old stuff, right? So you'll love this. It's like, no, because it's old hat. And I know what you're doing. You're trying to make me care about this bad movie, which, yes, I will say this to my grave the day I die. Far From Home is a garbage Spider-Man movie, and you want me to like it because J.K. Simmons is in. No, I will not. Incorrect. So it's all about a matter of perspective. If you like those movies, more power to you. Again, I'm happy you enjoy it. I'm just giving you my own 2 cents on the matter. And I want No Way Home to learn from the previous film's missteps and actually create something that will encapsulate me into the wider narrative of Tom's version of Spider-Man. Not like, oh, I'm going to see No Way Home specifically for the fact that Toby and Andrew are there. No, because I don't care about their stories because they're already over. I care about Tom's stories since it's still going on. That's why I care about the game, because I care about Yuri Lowenthal and his version of Peter Parker and the character. Even though I greatly dislike the face change, at least the character of that version of Peter Parker is still the same. And I'm wanting to see where his story will continue with the symbiote and Mary Jane and Miles now being his own Spider-Man and them being partners. By the way, Sophia's adorable in this game. She's the best. So yeah, again, I just want the movie to be good and tell a centered narrative that does Tom's version of the character justice, and that's all I can really ask for. Let's see. So that's about the movies, right? So for content, well, my whole point, I went on a crazy side tangent. My whole point is that I have done videos about other stuff like Gotham Knights. Stephen O. Young, who's playing Red Hood in Gotham Knights, did an interview recently about his acting process as Mr. Negative and Red Hood, and I did a video about that, which I liked doing, but no one watched it. So, like, well, you guys say you want to see other content, but I don't really see a lot of people watching the videos, so, and I have, you know, my time is valuable, so I gotta make sure I'm focusing it on stuff that I'm actually passionate about and actually stuff that I want to do it on. But I like doing the video, it's just I wish more people saw it. So I have to pick and choose my battles pretty much, is what I'm discussing. So for this, I really, really love Persona 5. So because I care about it so much, I will be happy to talk about the game in length with a video. Go like, you gotta play Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal and Persona 5 Strikers, because those two are fantastic games that are worthy of Game of the Year. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna get this. Curse Attacks Stacks. This is for my main Joker. Yes, he needs that for sure. What did he have before? He had probably like some special power type stuff with the mana that he uses. Bless, Psychic. Ooh, you know what? These are actually really important. I'm gonna get all these. Let's see. Fear, Sleep, Forget. Let's see. I'm gonna get one of each. Brain Guard, no. Fire Attack, yeah. Okay. Get this for... wait, hold on.
Who's it for?
What does our team have now? Which, by the way, the menus in this game, the UI system in every Persona game, but mainly Persona 5 is so stylish. Let's see. You get this accessory. Yeah, so... Oh, plus magic, SP, all stats, energy, SP... Yeah, no, I can switch these. So I'm going to switch with different accessories to boost up the powers for their Persona abilities. Let's go back to the shop. This music's a bop, by the way. This is fantastic. Alright, so Akira, Joker has what? He has Black Band, Curse, Ryuji, he needs Electricity to make him stronger. Especially for the boss that we're going to fight, yeah, we need these. Alright, but anyways, what I was saying is I need to choose topics for videos that I genuinely care about discussing, otherwise I won't do them. Like, oh, you know, Evan, discuss the Snyder Cut, or discuss WandaVision. And to be frank, which I've said this, you know, on different occasions, but it's true, is that I don't own Disney Plus, so I have not seen a single episode of WandaVision. And I know the finale just came out yesterday, and even so, I still have not seen the show. And I've seen people talk about it online, and it looks like an interesting show. I just don't care about it as much. Like, I care more about, if they were to make, or I guess out of all the current, like, none of the, to be honest, none of the MCU Phase 4 stuff excites me right now. And again, like, I haven't seen the show, so I can't really speak like, oh, the show's garbage, because I don't think that, because I haven't seen it. But, it's not like I'm inclined so much to go out of my way to buy Disney Plus just to see one Marvel show. And I know there's different things on there and different Disney stuff, but it's like, I already have Netflix, and I'm fine with that. So that's really all it does for me. I also spend more of my time online working on my school stuff, because I'm still attending online classes, which have started up again recently for the semester, which I'm trying to get a certificate for. So fingers crossed, boys, if that works out for me. But yeah, it's just odd that show, like, it looks cool, but people are kind of divided, I would say right now, on the finale of it, because some people really liked it and some people really didn't like it. So it's a matter of perspective and also personal taste, like different strokes for different folks. But yeah, it's something that I am not like, oh my god, I need to see this right now. Like, that would be, in my sense, either Venom Let There Be Carnage, which apparently is still set to release this year in June, which I was not aware of. I thought that movie got delayed indefinitely, but I saw a post from like fandom.com on Twitter the other day saying that movie, the Venom sequel, is supposedly still going to release this year. So I am shocked, in all honesty. So, you know, we'll see how that movie adds up, because I want it to be good. I love Andy Serkis, who's the director of it, and Tom Hardy, I think, does a good job for what he is given as Venom. I would like him to do something a bit more dark, or like the movie, I should say, be a bit more dark in comparison to what we currently have. Meaning, I wanted like the Venom movie, the first one, to be like the Joker of the Marvel films. You know, like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie was fantastic, so good, and he won an Oscar for his performance, so he absolutely deserves it. Based on the early Venom trailers, is what I thought we were gonna get, like a darker, grittier, you know, more character study piece on Eddie Brock and the Venom symbiote, but instead, like, oh, it's funny and jokey because it has to mesh in with that MCU aesthetic. And that's what Morbius is also trying to do as well, since they're putting in, what's his name? Michael Keaton as Joker. Which, by the way, Akira, my boy Joker, is a goddamn master chef. He can cook anything he wants. He's a genius. Alright, so I need some LeBlanc curry, because I need some SP before we raid these jails, before we go out. Salmon bowl. I'll get 2 of those since we're on empty.
Yummy.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 1. Need one of these. Bam. And even like, you know, like Godzilla versus Kong, like just an example like media, because I'm more of a gamer, so I'm not really that big of a cinephile, meaning like a movie lover. Even like Godzilla versus Kong, I'm like, snore. I'm sorry, but I don't really care. Like, it's big monkey versus big lizard. Who wins? I don't care. So it's like, nothing really on that front shocks me or excites me. Like, oh, that would be a fun popcorn movie, just like Venom Venom Let There Be Carnage, or the upcoming Fast and the Furious movie, or Pirates of the Caribbean, and all that. Like, it's whatever. Just, it's not as engaging as I would like it to be on like a entertainment front. But that's where the games, like Persona 5 Strikers, the story is so goddamn good, the gameplay is phenomenal. It expands more on the lore of the Persona 5 universe and the characters that you've built relationships with throughout the whole first game. And that intrigues me more to see where their narratives could continue. You know what? I need some of this. Let me get 2 of that. Can we get the crab? Yes, we can. We're gonna make that for sure. The crab hot pot. We need this. Okay. And some sushi. Yes. I think we're all stocked right now. All right. We got weapons. Double check the equip menu and the party stats as well. Bam, the UI is so clean. So clean, this game. The UI design is fantastic. Alright, so, which by the way, everyone's up max level, or max upgraded with their skills, I should say. Best party right now, I think, is who I have on my current team. Yeah, we have to have Akira, always, because he's the leader. Haru, top tier. Sophia, and Zenkichi. I'm mainly picking Zenkichi since this next boss is going to relate to his story. Devon Crawford. Yo, dude, I'm trying Genshin Impact out. Yes, dude. Have fun. Go for it. It's a great game. You'll love it. Let's see. RJ, we should be getting a Persona 5 arena fighting game eventually. I hope so, because I know they did one for Persona 4. We already got dancing for Persona 3, 4, and 5. It's just that the Persona 4 version was not localized in the States. That one's still only in Japan. But 5 and 3, you know, Dancing Star Night and Dancing All Night, I think, are the names for those. We got those for Persona 3 and 5. But now we need Persona 5 Arena. Or, what I'm hoping for, somehow, is if Persona 5 Royal can get a native PlayStation 5 edition. You know, like not like a cross-gen, because you can play it backwards compatible on PS5, but like a core PlayStation 5 only remake / remaster, possibly, if at all possible, of Persona 5 Royal. I would buy that in 2 seconds. Oh, Persona 4 Dancing All Night did come out in the US? Really? For some reason I thought it didn't. I don't know, because I could never find footage of it in English. But that's great. So I guess we have all the dancing games. We do have Persona 4 Arena. And I think there's also Persona 3 Arena? Or I know there's the Persona Q2 and all that, so we just need Persona 5 Arena and we're set. We're all good. And the anime. That's what I was thinking of. The anime was only in sub, but recently they did release the anime of Persona 5 in English. Where the animation's still trash, but at least the English cast is so good. Franco, bro, yes, bro. Persona 5 Striker stream. We out here. Franco knows what's going on. Hi, I'm doing really good, dude. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully all you guys are also having a good day. System, let's see here. We do have the settings all set. Futaba, being a pimp. Double check before we continue. Normal vibration, go yes. We're all set on that front camera speed. I can't turn down the music, as you can see, but everything is optimized to the best possibility. Stats. I got no, see, Arsene was not equipped, so that's a big mistake on my part. I gotta get my boy equipped. And let's see everyone else. Ryuji. Their skills are all set. Yusuke, Kodo, Sophia, and Zenkichi. Great. Okay. Yep, alright. We're all set on that front, and now accessories. Woo! Alright, so we got the black band for Akira, curse, electricity, wind, fire, ice, nuke, psychic. Futaba should get the enhanced health. Where's that? Oh, that's on Zenkichi. Yeah, he should probably keep that. And the breath sash. Yep. Alright, so we're all set. And protectors, too. Let's see, Akira. Yep, everyone's maxed out, of course, as expected. Let's see, Machete. Sleep Stick. Great. Alright. We're all set, boys. Yep, Akira plus Kasumi. Best relationship ever. Franco knows what's up. That's canon. Which, by the way, I will not spoil Strikers. Because this game is amazing and you should play the story for yourself. And as a heads up, I will not put spoilers in the video once I do make the video about why you need to play Persona 5. No spoilers for either games, because both of them deserve your full attention. That's how good they are. But basically what I'm trying to say is, sadly, RJ, no, you cannot play as Futaba, which is pain. It sucks. You can play as... Futaba cannot be removed from the party. She's still just a navigator, but she has a great role in the story. Basically what I'm trying to say is, though, Strikers pretty much confirms that Akira and Makoto is not canon. So that is already a huge W for me, since I ship Akira with Kasumi, and I know there's so many Makoto fans out there, like, oh, Makoto's best girl. I'm like, she's fine, but not Kasumi or Haru material. And instead, this game does pretty much emphasize, Akira and Makoto are not canon, but that Haru still has a major crush on Joker, which is fantastic. Alright, so we did a bunch of stuff, shopping, cooking, all that. I'm sorry for being so boring during this stream, but it's mainly just for discussion purposes rather than gameplay. So now we got a request in Sapporo. I know exactly where to go for this one, so we are out and ready to crime it up, or I should say thieve it up, because we're the Phantom Thieves. Senator Armstrong, I wonder what the de facto canonship is for Joker. I still say Kasumi. Now, granted, Strikers does not continue from Royal, meaning that it makes the Maruki edition and Kasumi edition invalid, meaning they didn't exist. But, in my mind, I still see them as, oh, they fully shipped together in Royal. They went their separate ways because Kasumi had her own thing going on with her sister and the gymnastics dream that she had to achieve. And instead, they will meet each other again in the future as destined crossed lovers, because they're fantastic. Music, Franco, the music is god tier in this game. So good. Not even oh, I can't even describe it. Right now, which you're hopefully hearing, I would hope, maybe, in the stream, the audio and my audio, yeah, music is phenomenal, as always. Joker again, sick. Which, by the way, if you guys are not a fan of the turn-based combat, no fear, or have no fear, that's the exact opposite of what Strikers is. Let's see, let's be Sophia this time. But yeah, which, by the way, her weapons are yo-yos, which is fantastic. Yeah, what I was trying to say is, the content that I would make needs to be about stuff that I'm genuinely, honestly, without doubt, 110% passionate about, which is why I talked about Stephen O. Young's involvement in Gotham Knights, because I think he's a wonderful actor, and his description of Red Hood was actually very interesting, and I loved hearing his perspective about how the game could unfold with its story. And also, there was that report a couple months ago that the gaming industry has thrived more so than the entertainment industry and sports industry combined during the pandemic. But also just without the pandemic, in the sense that games are thriving medium in that regard. It's just doing really, really good stuff. With games and their stories and how long people can play them, and how everyone's staying at home now so they can't go to movie theaters anymore, so the games themselves are great. I never knew that Deku plays one of the twins in Genshin Impact. Queez Grism, I don't think that's correct, because Zach Aguilar voices Ether, who's the male twin, and he voices Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, not Deku. Deku is voiced by Justin Briner, who I don't know what else he's from, what's a good reference, but if you guys know Grimgar, Fire and Ash, I think it's called. That's really one of my go-to isekai, I think it's pronounced, animes. He voices Minato or Monato in that show, which is really, he does a great job in that. But no, Tanjiro is voiced by Zach Aguilar, who voices Ether in Genshin Impact. Let's see, what's the... Oh, I gotta go back. Whoops. But it's a great show, still. Or, I should say Ether is a great character in Genshin Impact, just as Tanjiro is in Demon Slayer. Which, yes, y'all, I do watch anime. Weeping it up here, which is why I'm playing Persona 5 Strikers, because it's fantastic. And I'm all about these Japanese games. Like Pokemon, I'm also a big Pokemon fan. If you could consider that Japanese enough. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Marvel, what I was trying to say before. Marvel is not really doing anything right now that's exciting me. Like, in the sense of the shows. Again, the MCU Phase 4 stuff, I'm not really all that excited for, like Falcon Winter Soldier, or WandaVision, or the What If series, or... I was previously excited for it. Previously, the What If series, but it just kind of, like, slowly started, like, you know, the animation style looks a bit strange. And also, you know, the animation for the Spider-Man Marvel's, you know, Disney XD Marvel Spider-Man show, canceled finally. So now, you know, or I guess, you know, the season's ended with the Maximum Venom. So now, we don't have to worry about more of that show, but instead we can hopefully get another Spider-Man show in the future. And yes, Joker just snowboarded down a snow hill because this game's a masterpiece, plain and simple. Not even need to say anything else. But yeah, we just need more Marvel greatness that will actually hype me personally up as a fan. Now, if you guys are enjoying WandaVision, I'm super excited for you, or I'm happy that you're liking the show. Me, it never really grabbed me. Like, I like Elizabeth Olsen. I think she's actually a fantastic actress in general, just outside of the MCU stuff. But the premise of the show just seemed kind of eh. And even, like, you know, the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man No Way Home, like, I'll wait and see, I guess, is my main, you know, feelings and everything right now. Like, I will reserve judgment. I need to see a trailer, and then I obviously need to see the movies or shows myself to, you know, say if it's good or bad or not. That's why I'm not saying WandaVision's bad. I'm just saying I haven't seen it because it hasn't intrigued me enough to watch it. But yeah, in that regard, I just sincerely hope, which by the way, I'm trying to do a finisher on this boss right now. Look how stylish this game is. I won't even say anything. Hot, dude. That's freaking top tier greatness. Styling on them. Amazing. But yeah, we just need stuff like in the movies or shows or comics even that really hypes me up. Like, obviously, Miles Morales was hyped, but that's because it's Spider-Man. But not just in the sense, but mainly it's because it's a video game about Miles Morales, a character at the time who wasn't even a full decade old yet. He still hasn't, I don't think, reached that level of popularity. Like, he was in Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, and Miles Morales, and of course Spider-Man PS4 is a side character. But he getting his own game really is, like, shocking. I don't think people have emphasized enough how important that is for a character as big as Miles to get his own standalone game. And I hope that we can get something more stuff like that down the line. Whether that be, you know, sadly, they can't do it now since she had a role in Avengers, but they got a Miss Marvel game, or a spin-off game again with Spider-Man with maybe Venom or something, or a Marvel game that's not about a team, like not a Guardians of the Galaxy game, or Ultimate Alliance 3, or Marvel's Avengers, but stuff like Iron Man VR. That was awesome. I really was a fan of Iron Man VR. I think more people should play it because it's a really fun game. Let's see, did we do all the request stuff for this? Yes, we did, baby! That's right. So I'm gonna go back actually over here to the checkpoint. Wait, that's not the right way. I'm gonna go over this way, which, by the way, Haru is fantastic. I know she's 1 year older, I think, than Joker, but I ship them. I ship Haru and Joker and Kasumi and Joker. But if I had to choose one, I would say Kasumi all the way. Alright, we can just leave. Perfect. Okay, but yeah, I don't know, the MCU Phase 4 stuff seems like they're just kind of doing whatever they want at this point. And they can, because Avengers Endgame made $3+ billion, so they can make a goddamn freaking, you know, Spider-Ham show and make money. I wouldn't be shocked at this point. So, if they do anything with Marvel and the MCU Phase 4, people will watch it because it's Marvel. And people are just craving more Marvel stuff. Sadly, you know, because of COVID, everything's been delayed. With Black Widow still is not out yet, which is insane. Yeah, that's right, baby. Do a request for Haru, we get more groceries to buy. What a goddamn amazing award that is. Yes, for Haru's sake, absolutely. Let's see, what can we buy for her? Caramel. Wait, what? Caramel that evokes the scent of lamb meat. God, I love, you know, this game, but sometimes Japan, they got some crazy stuff over there for food. All right, let's see. What about actual groceries over here? New. Crab. We do need crab. I'll get some tofu. Goat meat, no. We're actually alright, I think. Rice, yep. That, and... that's not groceries. Okay. Cool. But yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, you know, the MCU Phase 4 is what I would say is a creative workshop. Meaning that they can do whatever they want. They are doing... like what they were doing with WandaVision, which is like some interesting kind of sci-fi, like character study, I would say, of Wanda and her life as an Avenger post-Endgame / Scarlet Witch, and how she's dealing with the grief, or I should say, her becoming the Scarlet Witch. Spoilers for the end of WandaVision, I guess. I haven't seen the episode. I've just seen people post pictures about it online, which I don't care. Like, if you guys spoil any of the MCU stuff, even if you guys spoil Spider-Man No Way Home for me, I'm okay with that. I actually will not care as much. However, I will report the police if anyone tries to spoil Insomniac Spider-Man games for me, or Persona 5 Strikers, because I haven't beaten it yet. So I will cry if anyone does that to me. I will be so disappointed. Alright, we're done here. We got our party. We got some new food. I'm going to switch out our party right now to someone else, to Haru, Senkichi, and Sophia. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to get in my boy Yusuke. Ryuji's level 50, so let's get Ryuji on, Yusuke on, and Makoto. That sounds good. Oh, we can upgrade Makoto with what? What do we have? Remove stat debuffs and increase defense. What's this? Activates that at the beginning of battle. Yeah. What about this? We can always use that as a skill, so I'm going to use this for Makoto. Great. All right, she has an upgrade. We have our team. We went to Sapporo, which is the ice jail. Now we're going to go to Sendai, which is pretty much like a freaking LARPer jail. Live-action role player. Pretty much who this guy is. FBI open up. Yeah, exactly. Franco, honestly, I will call, like, Secret Services, Public Security, the freaking CIA to protect me at all from any Spider-Man spoilers for the game with Venom and all that. Like, which I was so scared I was going to get spoiled for Miles Morales. I got, which is funny, I thought I got spoiled, that I saw like a brief glimpse at a thumbnail, and I thought that Haley, you know, the deaf girl, was going to have a role in the ending of the game. Meaning, like, she's going to help Miles as Spider-Man fight Tinkerer. And I didn't know Finn was Tinkerer ahead of time. That was still a surprise. I thought it was going to be Finn because of what they were teasing in the game beforehand. Like, oh, that makes sense. But it was cool to see her revealed. But I still, like, oh my god, Finn sacrifices herself. And oh, we get to see Harry again in the tank. That was a surprise, you know? So I didn't really get to see any of that. So that's why I will be so mad if, like, oh, Venom is not Harry. It turns out, oh, Venom is Peter. The symbiote goes from Harry to Peter. Like, that's a surprise. And I will cry my eyes out if something like that gets spoiled for me for the sequel. For Spider-Man 2. The game. Yeah, Joker cosplay stream win. I still need to get, you know, I'm so mad. I think I told this story before. I tried to get the collector's edition of Persona 5 Royal when it came out in March, and that has the Joker mask with it. But that was right when COVID hit, so GameStop closed, all the shopping malls closed, so I couldn't get it anywhere. So I just, luckily, I was able to pick up the Steelbook with the, you know, the steel amazing case of Joker's face from Target instead. But I wasn't able to get the collector's edition, which I pre-ordered in advance. But then when I came back, they said that they all sold out. I'm like, you fuck. So it's like, okay, so now I'm just pissed that, like, life does not want me to be happy with Persona 5. That was just a sign for me not to buy the collector's edition. But I'm still planning on hopefully getting it one day, and also getting a statue of Joker, because I need to deck my room out with some Persona 5 stuff. More Persona 5 stuff than my Funko Pops that I currently have. But yes. Anyways, my point is that we need something from Marvel Games, specifically, since that's what my channel talks about most of the time. Not the movies, not the shows, not the comics. The games is where I think we can all agree is where we are the most excited for. Like, if Marvel's Avengers was good, I could guarantee you I would be doing a live stream almost every day playing the game, having fun with you guys, playing with Franco, playing with Andrew, playing with the other Spidey Squad members, grinding out for gear, and doing some awesome stuff. But we can't do that because it sucks, and there's so much problems with it that it can't be anything that is exciting to see the future of the game and see where it can go down the line. But right now we're just like, oh, there's another problem with it, as expected. Oh, this game sucks. Would have guessed that. Like, and everyone's just like waiting to see now, like, what's the next big, mishap the game's gonna have. It's not like, oh, what's the next thing gonna show that will get us excited to see what's next? Or, oh, what's the next update gonna feature that's cool? Is Hawkeye gonna be fun? Is Spider-Man gonna be cool? It's more so like, is Spider-Man gonna suck? Not like, is Spider-Man gonna be fun? Like, how bad will Spider-Man be? That's the main mindset the majority of people are thinking right now, and that's not the mindset that anyone should be having for Marvel for a AAA Avengers game. That's the problem. So, I've been streaming for an hour, so if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. We're playing an actual good game of Persona 5 Strikers. We're just talking about Avengers, but I brought up previously, is what I'm trying to say, that instead of focusing their resources on Avengers and what they should do for that game to make it better, they should instead make a different game to try and have it so that they can make the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy game hopefully a better experience, and that's all we can hope for. Let's see, where's the West Garden? I'm trying to go, alright, so I should just go forward. Oh, okay, great. So, and did I get this request? I'm sorry I keep pausing, I'm trying to check all this side mission stuff. So, this one's for Yusuke. So we gotta go to this one spot without being seen from the security drones or the shadows. But yeah, they need to do something with their next project, whether that be, again, an Iron Man VR sequel or Miss Marvel mobile, whatever it is. Any crazy game you can think of. And we've thought of a lot. I've done videos with Slickmoff and Iron Gen discussing what Marvel games we would like to see in the future. There's a lot, Fantastic Four game, X-Men game. As for solo characters, and I'm getting mad because for a fact that it's so mind-boggling to me that hasn't happened yet, but that the second that Marvel makes a AAA Daredevil game, it will sell like hotcakes. But for whatever reason, they haven't made one yet, and I don't understand why. Whether that be a rights issue, or they're still trying to find a developer good enough for Daredevil, or whatever, it just, that or Doctor Strange is another good one. A Doctor Strange game is needed. Specifically made by Remedy, who made Alan Wake and Control. And I guess if you want to put Quantum Break, I think it's called. I almost said Quantum Leap. It's not Quantum Leap. I think it's called Quantum Break. Which is that weird time game. Time travel game or something. But no, they need to make projects that convey new characters that can encapsulate a true AAA experience. And we all thought, Avengers would do that, because it's Avengers. It's like, well, wrong. The only reason why it didn't do so well is because of the fact that the game's structure as a, live service multiplayer online looter shooter game is not the genre that people want to play. They want to play games like Persona 5 Strikers. They want to play games like Genshin Impact that have a fun grind. They want to play games like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, or the first game with Peter that have a good story and a great single-player campaign / structure. And they don't, which is sad. Holy crap. So I have to make it through here without getting spotted, which is pretty much impossible. So this is gonna suck. I have to make it without that light shining on me, so... Let's see, wait, it's gonna go... here. Wait, no, I mistimed it again. Now. Nope! Ah, you idiot! Why did I backed up by accident? That... I don't know how anyone can get past here without getting spotted. That is insane. So, I failed that challenge. That sucks. So here, I'm gonna go instead do this other request by Zenkichi. What do we want? What does he want to do? Defeat High Pixie with a Phantom Dash. So, okay. And I hate it that this is a quest for him, and yet our reward is a traffic sign, which is a weapon that he can use. And right now he already has a badass, like, greatsword, so why would we need to use this? So, okay, I messed up that sequence right there with that stupid spotlight. Could I have made it without that? Let me see. I'm going to try and make it through this. If I can redeem myself. Yep, I would have been able to make it through. Damn, just that one stupid, friggin', spotlight that got me. That sucks. Blasty Games is here, baby. Everyone go follow and subscribe to Blasty. He's fantastic. Damn, the game looks heat. If I get P5S, I'll make sure to get this game. Or get the PS5. Oh, get the PS5. I see what you mean. Yes, Blasty. Get Strikers and Royal. You will not regret it. I promise you. The combat is fantastic, too. Let's see. I'll be Makoto as well. Which, by the way, her weapons... She's goddamn Wolverine, dude. She's amazing. Okay, so now I'm probably gonna die, but this is the foe that they want us to fight. I think that this side quest right here that we have. Let's see. And Ebon God Descends from Oracle, who's Futaba. Unsure whether or not she's dreaming. Hey, this cool blue butterfly just floated past me. Right then, I picked up a really strong reading in the Sendai jail. Think we should track it down? Defeat the Fratricidal Destroyer. Great grammar. Side path the castle for now. I think I'm right here. I think that's who they want me to fight. So, I'm gonna die. I think it's weak to fire. Not lightning. Yeah, see, she's talking. So... Who else is in our party? Haru. That I can use. Zenkichi, probably. He's really strong, so I'll use him. I think he's not weak to ice, if I recall. So I'm going to get Yusuke out, get Zenkichi in, Makoto, and on. Because they can heal us. Alright. So, yeah, Edward Scissorhands, Franco, that's pretty accurate. Ghosty, Marvel Spider-Man 2 will definitely take time to develop due to COVID. Yeah, we did do a video about the status of, what do you call it? So, Blessing, Fire, and Ice. Damn, so it is weak to ice. Okay, that was a mistake then. Blessing, though, I do have that. So I need Sophia, Yusuke, and An. That's who I need for this boss. But for right now, I think I'm okay with who I have. Let's do An, actually. But yeah, you know, they have a lot going for them in the sense that we know, of course, that the sequel's being made. It's just a matter of how long it'll take them to do because of the restrictions of COVID is the sad thing. So we are waiting for... Yuri to say that he got a call back from Insomniac to do the motion capture for Spider-Man. Even though I think he has the script, I think it's safe to say that he has the script for the game. It's just that he is making sure that he doesn't say anything that will spoil that, oh, it's currently in the works still. Because of how big the game is going to be, obviously. So, and we all know, like, what? Like, there was an article today, which is fantastic, by the way, that everyone should read, posted by the GOAT himself, Bill Roseman, going over the future of licensed games, like the Star Wars games from EA, games, their initiative to making great experiences, which is fantastic, and one of the things that was there, which we already know, but I think it was reiterated in a different way, is that Spider-Man PS4 is officially, as of 2021, is officially this was, of course, in like 2019 when this was stated, the highest selling superhero game of all time, period, for sure. But now it was reiterated even more that Spider-Man PS4 is the highest selling superhero game in all of American history. That is freaking amazing. And I'm so happy that the game is doing so well as it is. Just like Miles is doing great numbers as well on PlayStation 5, which is a great factor to know about for the game. Even though the PlayStation 5 is still a rare item to come across, it's apparently still doing massive numbers in sales, even though it's a fairly recent game, which is excellent. Let's see. I gotta keep getting my special meter up for Ann since she's super powerful for this. Let's see, where's Ann? Here. Yep, alright. Get him down out of here. Boom. Bam. Bop. Alright. Bada boop bop pow. Oh, okay. Don't die, please, because we're super close to beating this guy. This is the closest I've ever been to beating this boss. But luckily I have Ann on my team, so she's gonna be helpful. Oh, instant death. We out. Ann's great. Okay. Yeah, we need, again, a Doctor Strange solo game, Daredevil solo game, Punisher solo game. You know, make the Guardians of the Galaxy game actually a good story and single-player mechanics that are fun to do. Even if you do make it online multiplayer, make it matter. Make it matter for the game at hand. Don't just do it to try and make a quick buck. Do it because it matters and serves the game. That's all we ask. How much health does this guy not lost? This is insane. Oh boy. But yeah, you know, and even with DC, like, if Gotham Knights does poorly, that's gonna make, like, a pretty embarrassing track record on WB Montreal. Like, they did Arkham Origins, which I think is fine. I don't think it's amazing, but it's a fun-ish game. Like, it's still just copy and pasting the Arkham formula that Rocksteady did, but it's still an entertaining game at the very least. So that's good to see. Where Joker's almost dead. Hold on. We gotta get him out here, okay? So I just hope that if they choose to do something that actually matters for these games, like Suicide Squad, Killer Justice League, or Gotham Knights, or, you know, Suicide Squad, or whatever other DC games coming out down the line, they need to make sure that they don't just rush a product that will try and make a quick buck, but make it serve the characters and do them justice. Snap, baby. Look at that! Freaking pimp status. Alright, so he is almost done. I need Ann to get some SP back, because she can take this guy out really quick. There, and okay, where's Ann? Boom. No, I missed! Oh wait, no I didn't. Great. I thought I wasn't close enough. But yeah, they I don't know, like, and even for, like, games like, you know, Persona 5 Strikers, like, these games, the, you know, hack and slash formula, because they did the whole turn-based stuff for so long that now we're getting something a bit different, but does it serve the characters justice? And I say yes, because it really, you know, advocates them as a team and them fighting in such a great way. Yeah, Franco, this music is a bop. It's so good. Whew! We got him. Hey, I got a trophy too. That's fantastic. I got too many skills. I have to choose one to forget. Burn boost. I do need this. Drains SP when inflicting an ailment on one foe. Ooh. Oh, fire boost or burn boost. Strengthens fire attacks. Increases chance of burn. Ooh. Okay. I'll get rid of the brainwash. I don't need that one. Great. Okay. Nice going. Was that not the request? Hold on.
This is the request.
That wasn't the request? Holy smokes. Where is this then? Side path of the castle front area. Are we not there? So we're in the West Garden. I think that's the castle? It's definitely not there. It's not there, and it's not there. Maybe here? Where are we now? We're in the West Garden. So I need to go to Mount Oba or Sendai World Jail or World Center. Alright. Great. So I'm gonna go forward, I guess. Alright, so yeah, that's it, just in the sense of, for me, as a gamer, at heart, because I care more about the games than anything else. Like, I've said this before, I don't know if this is a hot take, but it's how I feel. I am a million, quadrillion, bajillion, kajillion, kazillion, infinity million times more excited than Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5 than No Way Home. Even with Toby returning, even with Andrew returning, I don't care. I've seen their stories. I love them to death. You know, Toby was my first introduction to Spider-Man, so he'll always have a special place in my heart. But they're done. Like, their stories have been told. And bringing them back for, No Way Home, him and Andrew, feels like nostalgia bait to me. I'm sorry, but it does. And I just hope that, whether that be for the better or, you know, for better or worse, I hope it just serves the story. That they're there to actually somehow expand Tom's narrative for a good reason and not just, oh yeah, you know, they're there because people love Spider-Man from the past, right? And, you know, people somehow really love Far From Home and it made over $1 billion, so what will make, and people love Spider-Verse as well, which deserve $1 billion compared to Far From Home. So you know what we should do? Let's bring out all the previous Spider people. Because people like Spider-Verse, let's do that in live action. And I only hope that they're doing that for a specific reason that makes sense. Not just, oh yeah, Doctor Strange and... You know, by the way, keep in mind, this doesn't even feel like a Tom Holland movie, because we got Doctor Strange, we got,
I guess it's not a total...
Electro, Jamie Foxx, who was already a previous villain in the old movies. I know he's playing a different version of Electro, but still, it's kind of like old hat at this point. Alfred Molina is back again as well. And I love him, of course. He's like one of the best versions of Doc Ock. I still prefer William Sawyer's, but Alfred's amazing as well. And you know, just like something that needs to be like expanded upon in a new and engaging way. So it's like, I don't know, like if they bring him in there, cool, but just make it matter, is all I'm saying. Oh, leveled up too, bam. Got XP points for the bond skills. We out. Get that XP. Okay, so let's see over here what we got. Luck, I do need this actually for the upcoming boss battle. Nope, 7 left, so I'm gonna get... I definitely need this. What am I doing? Bond level increase more quickly. Yes, absolutely need this one. Great. Quick level up. Perfection. And we're going the right way, I think. Let's go across the river here. Yeah, what else is there to say, guys? Are there any questions? Like, do you guys have any questions for me? Like, what am I excited for? Or is there a game I would like to see? Or any games I'm currently excited for? Like, even now, like, I can't think of anything, like, for games that I'm actually hyped for. I got Persona 5 Strikers. That was currently all I'm waiting for this year. I think Andrew brought that up. Like, what am I looking for? How's 2021 been so far? I think that was your question, Andrew. And so far, it hasn't really started. You know, like, it's even March. And January and February are always dead months for content creators, so there's no way, like, because the year's just starting. They're building up to some cool reveals. Of course, there's a pandemic going on, so there's obviously big reason for that why there's not a lot of stuff to discuss and excitement yet. You know, the production is halted for now. I think it's safe to say for Spider-Man 2. They're obviously working on, like, animating and crafting the story, but for, like, motion capture and stuff, that's currently not happening because of COVID, which is sad, but that is what it is. Avengers is in such a rut right now, I don't think it's going to survive for much longer. And DC stuff, you know, supposedly Gotham Knights is going to come out this year. But I feel like, you know, Podcast Now and the boys in the Gotham Knights community, like Slickmomp and Salvage and the Anonymous Throwdown podcast, they've been discussing, they think that Gotham Knights is going to be delayed soon. I agree, because we haven't heard anything in like 5 months or so, probably more. So that's concerning. It could come out in the summer, and they also could be waiting to reveal a Game Informer, by the way, remind you, for Gotham Knights, which would be cool. But so far, I feel like the same, even after reading Stephen O. Young's interview, I feel the same way. Like, I need to see more of the gameplay. I need to see some story trailer stuff, like with the narrative, what's going on there with the Knights and their chemistry with each other. I do love, I will say, unlike Avengers, where every single one of the characters in the cast is, oh, here's who we have to go after. Yeah, he's definitely not intimidating at all. Which, by the way, a flying drone with a face, with arms and a Gatling gun. Yeah, that's not scary whatsoever. Oh, I guess we have to walk up to him. Yeah, you know, like, I do say that guy... Oh, crap! Okay, we are dead. Oh, no. Seth? Holy smoke. We need Sophia on this one! Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no. Can I leave? Oh, I'm so dead. Okay, wait, yeah, we need Sophia here, and no one else, because there's no way we're going to defeat Seth.
Excellent work.
That's Pterodactyl Destroyer. I did not know that that was Seth. Seth is one of the best personas in the game that Joker can use, except this freaking guy is so strong. He's going to decimate us in like 2 seconds. What else? He's weak to Bless, and literally that's it. Great. So we have nothing like that on our team. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeesh. Okay. But yeah, you know, we need something that will engage more discussion, I would say, amongst the community. Everything else, that's what I think matters most. There could be, like, the shows, if they're good or bad, even if No Way Home turns out to be bad or whatever. Right now, you know, there's no way to gauge whether or not No Way Home will be bad or not. It's just that we don't know a lot about it as of right now, what the real premise is. We just know, oh, there might be some multiverse stuff since Doctor Strange is in it. It's going to connect to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness as well. Let's see, where's a blessed persona? Archangel. Okay, I need him to go after Seth. Oh, Jesus! He just bum rushed me right when I tried to do a showtime on him.
Archangel.
Yeah, you excited to play as Spidey and Avengers from Andrew? Not right now. Right now I'm more worried than anything else. Will it be cool to see him in the game? Sure, but I don't think it'll be as good as like Spider-Man PS4, for example. But fingers crossed, I'm still hoping for the best. I just don't think it'll live up to people's expectations, sadly. But yeah, we need something like, again, WandaVision is getting people excited because each week they release new stuff with the show, so there's always something to talk about with the episodes and theorize with. Avengers is so bad with content that we don't care really about the status of Hawkeye's story and what's going on there. We're just hoping that they can still make the game with content and not delete it like they did with Anthem, pretty much. You know, because if you guys saw the news, people are worried now that Avengers is going to suffer the same fate as Anthem, and I totally understand the reasoning behind that. I completely see where they're coming from, because the game is in a poor state, and people aren't happy with how they're managing it, and they need to be more upfront with the content that they're providing players with. If at all any content, you know? So, we will see how that turns out. Oh, Jesus. So much happening at once. Keep going, Yusuke. Oh, Morgana. Alright. Oh, wait, no. I can't use Wind, right? He's gonna drain it. Yep, Jesus. So Morgana is a bad choice to use here. I need to use Joker again. Let's see. A random collector. If the Spider-Man are in no way home, I hope we get to see Andrew and Toby wear the actual suits instead of CG the whole thing. Yes, dude. Exactly. God damn. And whatever, like, if you're a fan of the MCU movies, again, that's completely fine. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you enjoy the movies, but I cannot tell you how much I despise the visual quality on those movies in terms of its special effects. Everything looks like a CW/Disney plus show level quality. Like, Far From Home's visuals, I would say besides the Mysterio stuff, because that part actually did look pretty cool in some scenes, for what they had to work with, looked fine. But how does it, like, the reason why I loved, you know, why I was so enveloped in Tobey's movies as a kid, I still love them to today, but I prefer the games more. But as a kid, we didn't have Spider-Man PS4, we had the movies. So, and the early games as well, you know, the PS1 Neversoft games. So, with that, oh god, Joker's about to die. I love the movies because they looked real. The special effects still hold up to this day with Spider-Man 2002, as well as Spider-Man 2. Like, the whole train scene, of course. Even Spider-Man 3, say what you will, that movie has some amazing special effects. The Sandman scene, holy crap. Like, that looked like actually, like it was happening. So, and now when you even see Spider-Man swinging in Far From Home, it just feels so fake and lifeless. Like, god damn. And it's a character as so inspirational and powerful as Spider-Man, yet it just looks like, again, just some, you know, disingenuous character swinging around the city. Or just swinging around. Even if he's not in the city, he's in frickin' Europe the whole time, in London, and traveling around there, just doing whatever. Holy crap, Joker's gonna die. Give me some medicine, please. But yeah, you know, my point is, the movies need to convey a sense of, importance and serious scope. Like, wow, you know, Spider-Man's gliding with his web wings. That's pretty cool, right? And I'm just like, snore, you know? Like, even Spider-Man falling in the crane sequence in either or, Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man PS4. And the Spider-Man PS4 is a video game, yet the whole crane sequence moment felt grounded. It felt real. It felt like there was weight to what was happening. With, you know, Spider-Man trying to stop the crane from falling and saving everyone in the streets. But yeah, this is just, I don't know. It's something, I'll give you that, but it's not something that I'm too big of a fan of. Oh god! Thank you, Futaba. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right in front of me. Okay, I couldn't even see. Oh, Jesus. Oh god, okay. But yeah, you know, there needs to be a lot of things that at least garners discussion. Like, if we had another season, whether we hate it or love it, of the Disney XD show, we would still talk about it because, like, God, doesn't this show suck, you guys? Like, lol, LMAO, it's just funny to rank on it and diss it. Like, no. It's just like something to invoke discussion. Like, I wish we had something that engaged the community, at least our community, you know, of gamers or Marvel game fans and stuff like that, to see something new and refreshing. And right now, like, we don't really have anything like that because of what's going on in the world. And I'm not blaming Marvel Games for any of that. It's obviously out of their control with what's happening in the real world right now. But still, I wish somehow there was something that actually gave us the amount of, like, yes, finally, I can't wait to talk about this topic with everyone. And right now, there isn't a whole lot of that happening. Morgano for the win, baby! Except we're still not done yet. Holy smokes. Let's see. I am needing to refresh. Let's see. Spidey Outcast, Andrew, how would you rank the Spidey films from favorite to least favorite? I think I've done this previously, but I'll do it again in case you guys want a refresher. Spider-Man 2002, not Spider-Man 2, but 2002, the first Tobey Maguire movie, is still the best Spider-Man movie of all time. I will say that and take that to my grave. Then Spider-Man 2, then Into the Spider-Verse, then The Amazing Spider-Man, then Spider-Man 3, then Spider-Man Homecoming, then The Amazing Spider-Man 2, then Far From Home. I think I got all of them. If I'm forgetting one, let me know, but I think that's all of them so far. Because, holy smokes, those games, those movies are either really good or really bad. And it could be either for the movie's benefit or disbenefit, but yeah. Oh, Jesus, don't die. Don't die, don't die. Ooh. Yusuke's dealing the damage. Oh, boy. That's my boy. No, Morgana, you're giving him help with those wind attacks. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Who's your favorite Phantom Thief? From Royal, it's Akechi for me. Yeah. Ilya Diana. I feel it on that one. Robbie Damon, which, by the way, if you guys don't know, voices Spider-Man, the Disney XD show, and Akechi in Persona 5, so he has those credentials. It's crazy to see how much of a disservice the voice directors guided Robbie with his acting as Spider-Man, because I'm sure he could do an amazing Spider-Man voice. It's just that they wanted him to do like a younger one because of the character in the show is like a high schooler, but he's all super sciencey and technical about everything, but no. As Akechi, though, Robbie Damon as Akechi is a voice acting award performance. Like, that is how good he does that role in the game. Especially in Royal, like how they expand his character and all that, it's fantastic. Oh god, watch out! We're almost dead, I think. Oh! Woo! Okay, let's see, Arkham Knight, would you kindly ask my question? Oh, I'm sorry, Arkham Knight Hero, did you ask something? I might have missed it, I apologize. I think it was about Gotham Knights, if I recall. But yeah, I did, like, game-wise, we're just waiting for some cool stuff. Avengers is not doing it for me at all. I'm very scared to see what the final result will be for that game down the line. But I'm hoping that it can somehow recuperate itself. But I don't think, right now, they're not really doing anything. Where instead, I think I tried to mention this previously, but instead of, I don't know, fixing, quote-unquote, fixing the XP system, then they instead could, I don't know, add cloning labs, do the gear revamping. They could add better cosmetics. They could, you know, add characters more frequently. But no, instead they try and make you so that they try and fix problems, quote-unquote fix problems, that don't need fixing. And it's really sad to see them do that. Let's see, we're so close. I think we almost got him. Final blow, baby! Oh, wait. Final blow with Makoto. Hey, let's go. All right, so read my question, please. Evan, do you predict Spider-Man 2 will be a 2023 title? If so, do you predict it will be announced this year? Great question. So, as of right now, what's going on here? Greatly decreased down gauge of foe when landing critical. Activates that beginning of battle. Dodge fire, evade fire. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Boom. Another skill from Makoto. Oh, yes! Freydine, need that. Bam. Perfection. And Yusuke's up at the showtime. So, given what Yuri Lowenthal said during his interview, saying that the game is, you know, there's not really a whole lot to go off of right now, I can guarantee you right now, the game is in production, for sure. But the voice work and motion capture stuff may not be as finished as we'd like it to be. For right now, they clearly already have a story in mind. I'm sure they're working on it from home with making the game run optimally on a PS5. But the core stuff with like animating cutscenes and the important stuff may take some time because of COVID. But luckily, you know, people are trying to get their shots and get vaccinated to hopefully get things back to normal. So, if anything, if they've made that much progress, you know, Insomniac is also still working at home for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, but that's not as big of a game as, who you call it? Spider-Man. You know, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart's a big game, like it's one of Insomniac's main franchises, but trust me, it's not going to be as big as like once they announce Spider-Man 2. So, and that's what we're all waiting for, you know, in the Spider-Man / Marvel games community is, when's Spider-Man 2 coming out? When's that trailer dropping? Like, we don't know, but I think it will come out soon. Not this year soon, or maybe this year at like November, December. But if anything, I think right now for Marvel games content, we sadly still have to look forward to Avengers, and what else? Possibly, ooh, we got another thing. Possibly, Guardians of the Galaxy is what I'm trying to think of. The Guardians of the Galaxy game that is supposed to be being made by the same team behind Marvel's Avengers, Eidos Montreal, but I don't know if it'll be any good or not. We will have to wait and see. And we're going back to Sendai, sorry, but I need to get back here to reactivate this request, and now we're going back to that prison, or the jail. Let's see. So right now, to answer your question, dude, I will say, I will lay out my money, say we will not receive a trailer for Spider-Man 2 this year, because instead, we will receive a trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. Because that has been leaked. It's not a rumor, it's not, oh, they might make a game, no. In the contract, the Marvel Games Square Enix multi-year, multi-game partnership, it was confirmed that Marvel's Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy are the two main properties that they're going to be working on. So, whether that be good or bad, we don't know. At least we don't know yet for Guardians of the Galaxy, but for right now, it's kind of mixed perception for how it could work for Guardians. We will have to wait and see. Will that be a good choice or a bad choice? We don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And if they learn their lesson from, you know, what they're doing here. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Someone got a level up skill. Was that Ryuji? I think it was. What does he have? Electric boost. Probably that. So, shock, electric that. Let's Rebel Soul. Showtime gauge increases more quickly. This one's super helpful, actually. So, what about these? Heavy to wide area. Severe damage to an area. Medium. So, I don't need lunge, I don't think. So, I'm going to use that and switch it out with electric boost. Ta-da! Great. Okay. Yes, let's see. A random collector. Wait, a Guardians of the Galaxy game? Awesome. By the people who made Avengers game. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem. That's actually a legitimate problem that is going to hinder the future of these properties. And now, even more so, even on the front of DC. Like, think about it. When you hear news about Guardians or Gotham Knights, and what we first saw of it with the two-player co-op, kind of like the XP system with the gear type, like, you know, like grinding for gear, looter shooter elements that they're trying to implement. It's not live service, luckily. like Marvel's Avengers is. Gotham Knights is not live service, but what game were people comparing Gotham Knights to when they first showed the trailer? Was it the Arkham games? Yes, but what else? Avengers. And not in a good way, like, oh my god, I don't want this game. I don't want Gotham Knights, or even, I went the wrong way. I don't want Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad to be anything like Avengers, and that is a big problem. That's how massive of an impact the Marvel property has, because, wow, you guys remember that really poor, lackluster Avengers game? Yeah. They're gonna be making a Gotham Knights game, you know, a superhero game by DC, but it might have some similar stuff to Avengers, or more so Suicide Squad, which does sound like it's going to be in the same realm of Avengers. So that's a huge question mark, like, wow, whoa, like, you know, how poor of an impact that game had, whereas if the game was beloved, if everyone loved Avengers, then no one would really be complaining. And like, oh sweet, Avengers was great, so I'm sure Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad will be awesome. But now it's like, oh, Avengers was bad and Spider-Man was great, but I don't know how I feel about Gotham Knights, so we'll have to wait and see. Let's see, Taladia plays Assassin's Creed as well. It's compared with Gotham Knights. So the thing is, for me, Assassin's Creed died after Origins, because I have not played Odyssey or Valhalla, because that's no longer Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed stopped being Assassin's Creed after Origins, in my opinion. It started to go in that direction again, the looter shooter, grinding for gear type stuff, and even the Assassin's Journey. Now it's more like, oh, here's a, you know, gladiator game with Odyssey. Oh, here's a Viking game with, you know, Valhalla. And it's like, what happened to the Assassins? Wasn't this about assassins and stuff? What happened to those guys? So, you know, that's kind of confusing for me, but also in the sense of, I just hope that, for better or worse, whatever the developers at WB Montreal choose to do, at least I will give them the benefit of the doubt, it's different than Arkham, which is what they need to do. They can't make a game that's similar to Arkham Knight or the Arkham games, because we've seen that one too many times. And also other games like Assassin's Creed and Spider-Man even have taken inspiration from those games. So they need to do something all their own, different and unique, and that's great. So that could be for a good thing or a bad thing for, you know, what's happening with Gotham Knights. I also keep forgetting that we need to have Wolf in our team. Let's see, if I get Ryuji in my party, hold on, he'll do an all-out attack for me. We should, oh yeah, for that I need Wolf right here actually, so I'm dumb. Oh well, bam! Boom. I should come back here somehow, but I won't. Let me see, request with Wolf, right?
You're already working on this one.
Yeah, I could, oh wait, with a Phantom Dash. Oh, okay, well, here, hold on, let me get... I'll keep my boy Ryuji, because he needs to level up. I'll get Makoto out and put in Zenkichi. Shoot! I did that again. I didn't mean to do that. Let me get... Who leveled up? Is it Zenkichi? Let's see. Someone leveled up. No. Maybe it's that one, but I don't think so. What about Ryuji? It was someone in our party. Ryuji... What's going on here? Attack Master, nope, not him. Maybe Makoto? Did Makoto level up? Let's see. Defense Master, I guess it's okay. But yeah, you know, I was telling Iron about this before. Yeah, Taladia plays, I agree. And he's a big Assassin's Creed fan too. Like, I loved Assassin's Creed 3. Even though some people don't like the game, at least it was a good Assassin's Creed game. Like, it held the formula to its normal standards, and it made sense, you know, with the story and everything. And after Desmond died, that was just such a poor decision, because I missed the present-day stuff, personally. I found it interesting with the gods, you know, like Minerva and Juno and all that, like what's happening there, and then they just kind of, you know, they're doing some stuff behind the scenes, but it was more engaging when Desmond was still on the scene. All right, I'm trying to, this light is freaking me out. I have to get past this light without it spotting me, so... Let's see. And go. Woo-hoo! Woo! I thought I got spotted for a second. That was crazy. Alright, go!
It's done.
Yeah, baby! Challenge completed. That's right. Sheesh! Thank God. Wait, actually, can I just leave? Let's see, where was the request needed? With Zenkichi, Phantom Dash. West Garden and Hirose Street. So where are we at now? We're in the West Garden. Yeah, so we need to go to Hirose Street, which is here. Alright, so we're going to go to a checkpoint, which is back that way. Oops, alright. Well, great. Yeah, the enthusiast Silos. Hey, Evan, which Spider-Man game do you think has the best combat? Great question. So, Spider-Man PS4 is great in so many ways because that's the most realistic Spider-Man combat we've gotten, you know, in a Spider-Man game, I would say. It's grounded, it makes sense, and it's fun. And mixing the aerial combat with those finishers and the webs and the gadgets feels incredibly smooth. But, massive but, Web of Shadows takes the cake. I'm sorry, hot takes galore, maybe you guys agree or disagree. Web of Shadows is still goated to this day as the best Spider-Man game with combat. The air combat, the wall combat, the ground combat, even web swinging combat, the black suit, red suit, mixing up the combos and all that. Need I say more? I think I've said all I needed to say. That's fantastic.
What is that?
Yeah, there's a rumor the next Assassin's Creed game takes place in Japan, Franco. Yeah, I think I saw that. I think, well, wasn't there one already? Oh no, that was in China, and that was one of those, like, 2D platformer games, right? Assassin's Creed Chronicles, I think it was. They did one, like, China and Russia and stuff like that. That was interesting. But yeah, for, like, the mainstream Assassin's Creed game, then they're just gonna become Ghost of Tsushima. If they end up doing that. So, that'll be cool, but, hopefully it works out. And hopefully they stay true to the freaking Assassin's Creed formula, please, and thank you. Because I'm tired of these, like, Odyssey slash Valhalla-esque type of games. I need to do a Phantom Dash, it says, but I don't know where to do that. I think maybe I should have done it at where I was previously with that ice crystal. But it said Hirose Street as well, so let's see if I can do anything here. Hi Evan from Batwing. When are you planning to buy a PS5? Waiting for a cool Spider-Man bundle or what? So, that's a great answer because that's pretty much true. Or a great question because that is pretty much the answer. I do still want a bundle for Spider-Man because I want, or for PS5 because I want a Spider-Man themed bundle just like I have the red, you know, Spider-Man logo PlayStation 4 Pro. Still with me. I'm never going to sell this thing, by the way. Even when I get a PS5, that's still sticking with me. So yeah, I need, like, a bundle of the black suit symbiote Spider-Man advanced costume design for the PS5, if they want me to buy one. Which is what I thought they were going to do with Miles. And then they said, you know, when they showed the Miles reveal trailer, like, oh, Miles isn't going to get a bundle. I'm like, god damn, so that won't get one yet for me. But, I'm crossing my fingers that somehow we get one down the line for the PS5. Because they said, I'm pretty sure they even said, that eventually they will make color swap faceplates or palettes or something for, PlayStation 5s. I know, how do I Phantom Dash? Damn, no, I'm trying to Phantom Dash these pixies. I'm not trying to, defeat them with the all-out attack. These are what you need to fight, too. So how do I get... Wait... Slow motion time. How do I... Where's it? There's no, like, platform for me to do the request for, so that's kind of strange. Can I go up here? No, I can't. Huh. Alright. But yeah, I hope I can get one. They're so hard to find, though. They're barely ever in stock for the PlayStation 5, so that's a problem for me. But as soon as I find one, even if it is just the default white one, I will get it because then I can do something for the channel. I can replay the Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5 and finally play Spider-Man Remastered to, you know, get that comparison of between the games. And if I end up liking the face model, if I play it with him for myself, with Ben Jordan. Because I've seen him in cutscenes, but I haven't played the remaster for myself. So that's kind of the big difference there. But I still prefer John. So far. Hey, from Ghosty. Hey, Evan. So soon, not sure. I'm going to work with the ATD podcast guys with avatars and banners, so wish me luck. And anyways, that's going to happen. Well, thank you very much, Ghosty. I'm glad. Thank you for tuning into the stream as well. Thank you, everyone else, for hanging out with me, just talking about Avengers, shooting the S about these games. Hopefully you're having an enjoyable discussion. I sure as heck do. I have fun talking about these games with you guys, and sharing other games like Persona or Genshin with you guys is also a treat for me. A good thing the reward for this quest, though, is just a traffic sign. It's nothing too important. But is this the one left? Oh, we did one already. Alright, so... let's see. Thief's Challenge there, and Osaka's the other one. Wait, what's... recent? I gotta do these. Osaka, we're in Sendai right now, and these are for later. I don't really need to prioritize those right now, but let's see. Thief Challenge Wolf. Let's see if I can do that later. But right now, I'm gonna try... can I Phantom Dash from the lamppost? Maybe that's where I can do it. These guys are so freaking not annoying, but they're very ferocious, like abundant. They're very abundant when they keep showing up in the game. Oh, we're not even in the same street anymore. That's why. Oh crap! All right. Oh yeah, baby. On the lamppost with style. That's right. Again, instant death. Wow, that guy's murdered. But yeah. To be honest, after trying multiple times, I gave up on trying to get a PS5. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I'm right there with you, buddy. Don't worry. But hopefully they'll be more available for us down the line. And again, I see that as a sign because, oh, you know, everyone's enjoying if they have it right now somehow. If they have a PS5, they're enjoying next-gen games right now. Sure, fine, cool, whatever. But by the time the sequel's announced and then they release the black suit-themed PlayStation 5 bundle, and we get our hands on them, they will be sorry. So don't worry. We will be fine on that front, I promise you. Let's see. Damn. Murdered. There's no freaking pixies that I'm trying to fight for these, this request. Oh wait! There's one. No, wait. Give me Wolf. How did the Phantom Dash? No, I didn't mean to all attack. Oh, Jesus. Oh, great. Well, I couldn't even do that if I want to, right? There's the swords, which I can throw, but that's not really a Phantom Dash. Interesting. Anyways, let's see. Venomzilla, King of the Kaiju. Do I think Spider-Man's combat will be good as Spider-Man PS4 and Avengers? Absolutely not. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. The combat in Avengers is so lackluster. And it's even worse, is the reason behind that is because you are swamped with enemies over and over and over and over again. Whereas Spider-Man, you gotta think strategically and methodically about how to take them out. If they have shields, you gotta jump over them, or you can use your gadgets, or use air combat, or use your environment. Avengers, you just spam square and triangle, or shoot rockets as Iron Man, or, you know, use the ultimate ability, or the L1, R1 abilities, you know, the support, a solar ultimate. There's no thought to what you're doing. You're just mashing all the robots until you move on to the next map. And that's not fun. That's just,
Here's what I found.
repetitive.
Are you checking the request?
I'm like, you know, again, with here, what I was doing during those boss fights, like you saw me do with, Persona, the bosses have weaknesses. They have strengths and weaknesses. Even if you have a party member, like, oh, you know, a Joker focuses on curse attacks, but then On can focus on fire. Oh, well, this enemy is actually resistant against fire. Oh, wait, fire will actually give them more health because they like fire. So you gotta think about how to utilize your teammates' powers to take out big foes. Whereas Avengers, you're fighting the same goddamn 50 Dreadbots in a row. You know, defeat the red blinking square on the robot leg, and then you take him down. There's no thought to that. There's no fun in that. There's just, you know, monotonous, and it's sad to say that for a game with as much potential as Avengers. I don't know. Let's see. Andrew, what's your opinion on microtransactions? Garbage. We don't need them in any game ever. I've never once spent a single cent on a microtransaction in, I will say, any console game. I will admit, because I have spent microtransactions on, if you guys remember this mobile game, Spider-Man Unlimited, the kind of free temple run mobile game with Spider-Man. If any of you guys remember that, that might be a, you know, not hot take, but that might be a deep take, or a deep cut, I should say, a deep cut of a Spider-Man game is Spider-Man Unlimited. Those ISO, I have PTSD from those, you know, the purple crystals.
Oh, nice.
and you get those to unlock certain characters. They're like, oh, you know, here's an event going on with Superior Venom. You know, the black suit version of Superior Spider-Man looking like Venom. I thought looked amazing at the time. Or like even the all-new, all-different Spider-Man with like the green and black logo and the green lenses. Those were suits that you could unlock in the game, and I love those suits. But I couldn't unlock them just by grinding through the running. So like, oh, I gotta buy these ISO 8s. So I will admit, I think I spent like around $50 to $60 on the ISO 8s in Spider-Man Limited. So I learned my lesson a while ago. But for think about it like this. The difference being there is that Spider-Man Limited is free. That's the difference. Spider-Man Limited is a free mobile game that you can play and have fun with, and if you grind more through levels, there is a chance you can use the portals to unlock characters or buy certain items to increase your party. But for Avengers, you're paying $60 right off the bat, and even after that, they're still asking you to pay $10 to $15 for a skin that doesn't even do anything. At least the skins in Spider-Man PS4 had the suit powers. And they were free! The majority of them were free. There was only 9 of them from the DLC packs that had to be paid, but you didn't just have to buy the skins, you also got the story content. With Avengers, you literally have to pay around $10 to $15 to buy a specific skin. And it's madness. That's insane. And it's almost like robbery, to be honest. Highway robbery at its finest. So, yeah, that is where I stand on microtransactions, Andrew. Not a fan. Should not be input in any massive AAA game, because the game, if the game is good, like Spider-Man, perfect example, that gave a great game, amazing DLC, and amazing gameplay, will sell on its own. Spider-Man PS4 has sold over 20 million copies and counting since 2018 to now. And it's the highest selling superhero game of all time and exclusive to one platform. But yeah, the combat in Avengers, I think that was my tangent from the other question. I don't think the combat in Avengers for Spider-Man is going to be all that great, and I despise microtransactions in all games. Let's see, a random collector. With Spider-Man, they just ask you to play the game, get rewarded, and Avengers is like a cash grab. Is like cha-ching, a cash grab. Yeah, you're right. A random collector, you're right. Batwing, I think Square Enix will not announce Guardians because of the Avengers backlash. That's a great point, and you might be right. Because of how poorly Avengers is doing right now, that might hinder the future projects that are in store. And I did a video about this, you know, a couple weeks ago, talking about, is Square Enix and Marvel Games in trouble? Because they were not releasing any news at the time, but that was before the Hawkeye stuff, to be fair. But now, they're doing this stupid, you know, XP rework thing that no one asked for, and they are getting a lot of backlash from the players, whichever amount of players that are left playing the game, what little they have remaining. So it's baffling to see how poorly they're handling the public perception of Avengers for such a massive demographic of fans that should be in love with the game, but they're not playing it. Like, even I bet, you know, Franco and Andrew, the Spidey Squad members here, if you guys are watching, just you viewers, Andrew, I'm assuming, is playing, you know, like Spider-Man, and Franco's playing, I think, Mortal Kombat, or, you know, like Battlefront 2, or Destiny, I think. Any other game besides Avengers, which should be insane, because Avengers just came out. Like, it's still less than a year old, but it's still fairly new. And you would think that that game should have a huge amount of players still in love with the product, and they're not. And it's a travesty. Like me, you know, in my spare time, I'm playing Genshin Impact, I'm playing Persona 5 Strikers, I'm playing Spider-Man PS4 again, but mainly Persona, because I want to try and do the videos about them. And I am grinding through games that are fun and rewarding, like Genshin. Like, recently, I mentioned this previously in the live stream, but if you guys play Genshin Impact, you know you can unlock certain characters through pulling for them, like, you know, spending currency in the game. That could either be real life money that you spend, or just the like money you buy in the game with normal like upgrade, like not to spend real money. I haven't spent a single dime on Genshin Impact with the microtransactions that are in that game. But it's free to play, so that's why they do encourage you to pay for it if you want to get more stuff. But you can still unlock just as much stuff by just playing the game normally. And there, I recently unlocked 2 high-level characters that normally you wouldn't be able to acquire in that game without microtransactions. But I did, and it's amazing. Bowing, I feel Marvel Games will announce a new indie budget game to release this year, to be honest. That'd be cool. I would be down for that. But obviously, I don't think it would garner as much hype as like Spider-Man would, for example. Or if Spider-Man isn't put into Avengers finally. But we'll see. I'm trying to see really quickly here. I cooked, I shopped. I can't go to the Velvet Room. Let me do that. I gotta upgrade my personas. Venom, Zilla, King of Kaiju. Do you think with Spider-Man PS4 will be like Arkham and only reference the other superheroes, or will we see others in there like Daredevil in a Square Enix game? So that's why I am upset with the current situation surrounding Square Enix. Because with Avengers' existence, with the team set up, we have Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, and Black Widow as the Avengers, and Miss Marvel as well. So that tells me that we are not ever now anymore going to receive standalone AAA games centering around those characters. So there's not going to be like a Ultimate Destruction 2 pretty much, or like a solo AAA Hulk game, because Hulk's already in Avengers. There's not going to be a solo AAA Captain America Super Soldier remake or a game like that, a level-based Captain America game, because he's in Marvel's Avengers. So that's why they might stop doing what they're doing with Avengers to save whatever reception from the public they have left, because we still have you know, a lot of stuff going around with the status of the characters and whether or not they might even include Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch or whatever, because of what's happening in terms of the game's, you know, continuously dying progression. So if they don't include Doctor Strange in Marvel's Avengers, that at least assures me that we might have a chance at a Doctor Strange solo game. Same thing with you know, Spider-Man is in Avengers because it's not the same Spider-Man from Insomniac's game. So of course they can do what they want with him as a side character, and that's fine. But that's not going to hinder the Spider-Man games from Insomniac, because they have their own universe going on. So Black Panther, huge, like right now, that's the big one I was trying to think of for whatever reason. Black Panther is huge, right? And of course, sadly, with Chadwick Boseman's passing, they did not release him in the game because they wanted to respect him, they wanted to honor his legacy and not include him because it would not be his version. Instead, it's going to be Christopher Judge, who voices Kratos from God of War, which is cool, and that's their version of him, but it won't ever live up to Chadwick Boseman and his legacy as that character. But if they include him in Avengers, that instantly debunks the possibility for a solo Black Panther game, because he's already appearing in this AAA Avengers game. And it wouldn't be like, oh, well, then they could do a solo Black Panther game in the Square Enix universe down the line. And sadly, they can't, because that's why they're doing these team-based games. That's why they're doing Avengers as a group. That's why they're doing Guardians as a group. That's why we might get Fantastic Four and X-Men as a group, because they can't profit, in their mind, with a character who's not as well known as like Batman or Spider-Man. Yeah, at the same time, if you were to make a solo AAA Daredevil game, I can guarantee you people would be super hyped for that in an instant, which is insane. Ghosty, that means any character that's introduced in Avengers won't get their own game. Shit, exactly, Ghosty. Exactly. So, no Black Panther game. We don't have to worry about Spider-Man because Insomniac has their own universe, and this is a different universe of Spider-Man in Avengers. Black Panther, I just said. Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, like all the main Avengers, we're not going to get like their own solo games because they're already in the Avengers game, which is depressing. Anyways, guys, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I had tons of fun playing Persona 5 Strikers. Let me know all your thoughts about the game in the comment section down below. I think I will end it here. Not a lot of content to do right now. I'm sorry. You know, that all I can do is I would hopefully assume a stream once a week if there's nothing to talk about. There was an article about Avengers. What I was, you know, this stream today was going over that, is my thoughts on the XP rework and the status of the game, because I don't think it's going to be lasting for too much longer. I think that we have a lot to look forward to in the future of Marvel games, but I don't believe that Avengers is where we have in terms like, oh, Avengers is pure hype. That's going to, you know, unite the community of fans together just like Spider-Man PS4 did. Sadly, I don't think Avengers is going to be doing that. In fact, it's uniting the community in the sense that we dislike the game, which is not the reception that we should be getting from this product. Alongside of that, you know, I'm looking forward to Gotham Knights, which is supposed to release this year, but there are rumors of it being delayed. I can see that happening. We'll just wait and see, though. Spider-Man 2, you know, Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 is happening, of course. It's just that due to COVID, we don't know the specifics about whether or not they're going to still release some news about it this year or not. But again, Insomniac is currently working on Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, so don't expect anything for Spider-Man 2 to be revealed before that game comes out. After it's released, maybe, but I think they might hold off on a full teaser trailer of the game sometime next year, because we got a trailer for Miles in 2020, which was 2 years after Spider-Man PS4, you know, so this year, 2021, I think we got something to look forward to, maybe with Avengers, with the Hawkeye stuff and whatever's coming next, and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac. And Persona 5, Strikers, Royal, Masterpieces, which again, I will prove it to you right now. I have them right here. Let's see. Ba-boom. Game of the Year 2020, Persona 5 Royal, Masterpiece, and its sequel, Persona 5 Strikers, is just as good. I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed. I know the games are expensive. They're both probably $60. I think I saw Royal discounted on the PlayStation Store, so check it out if you haven't already. But Strikers and Persona 5 Royal are definitely worth your time. You will not be disappointed. Let's see. Any final questions? Spidey Outcast, Andrew, I can't wait for Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5. Me neither, brother. That's going to be amazing. Juan Perez, I heard a rumor that Gotham Knights will be live service. Wrong. Juan, they actually confirmed. Warner Bros. Montreal themselves confirmed that it's not live service. However, I do think that Suicide Squad will be. I think there's a very high chance that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to be live service, which will be, I think, not a good choice from Rocksteady to do. Yeah. And again, if there's any videos you want me to do, let me know, guys, in the comments. Let me know if there's any topics about Spider-Man PS4, or the remaster, or Avengers you'd like me to talk about. And the reason why, like, I haven't done any other content, like, hey, Evan, review the other Spider-Man shows, or hey, Evan, review these old Spider-Man games. I've already done that with previous videos in previous years. Like, I reviewed, my favorite show, Spider-Man the New Animated Series, back in 2018, I believe, because Brown Table, who's a YouTuber online, recently put up his review of the show, which was cool to get his insight on it. And people are like, hey, Evan, you should review that show too. I'm like, I did already, and I've done several videos about that show. So it's like, I don't want to milk the topics for these certain things, because I've talked about everything I can think of for Spider-Man PS4. I've talked about the previous superhero cartoons, which I love, you know, Iron Man, Armored Adventures, Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes, Spider-Man the New Animated Series, and if I were to ever review Spectacular Spider-Man or the 90s show, it would just be the exact same stuff that you've heard already time and time again from everyone, you know, like, oh, this show's amazing, and it's great, and the acting's incredible. Like, we know. We've all of us Spider-Man fans have seen that show. We know how good it is. And even the previous Spider-Man movies, I've actually done reviews with Spidey Outcast on his channel with the Spider-Man 1 through 3, the Tobey films, and I think the Amazing Spider-Man films. And I gave my own personal reviews already with my dad on Far From Home and Avengers and Homecoming. So, like, that, all those stuff, like, I've already done that on the channel. You just have to look far back to find them. So that's why, like, I'm not making those videos because I've already done them, is my thing. So, with Spider-Man 2, I've already theorized about or Spider-Man, I should say, for the games. I've already theorized with my buddies Iron Gen and some of the Spidey Squad members, like what we think about the sequel, what the symbiote could do, what Harry's role could be. All that stuff has been discussed. And now we're just waiting around for a trailer for No Way Home, or Spider-Man 2 teaser, or some news updates, some articles like what Bill Roseman posted the other day, or today actually, I mean, with talking about the inner workings of licensed video games, like the Star Wars games from EA or the Marvel games from Disney, you know, or superhero games from Disney, published by Marvel Games in that front. So there's a lot I've already discussed, and again, if you want to hear more about my thoughts on current stuff, I am active a lot on Twitter, so go follow me online if you are so inclined to. I'd very much appreciate it. You can also see what I'm doing online and updates on stuff there from me. Feel free to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate it. Again, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Huge thank you to Spidey Outcast and Franco Greco, of course, for always being the moderators of the stream. They're incredible people. Go follow and subscribe to both of them because they definitely deserve all your support. Same thing with Blasty Games, and I think Ghosty as well, also from the Anonymous Throwdown podcast, is incredible. And yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on Persona 5 Strikers. I had a ton of fun playing it for you guys. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, stay hyped for any possible Marvel Games news. I'll be sure to cover it once something exciting happens. But in the meantime, I love you guys. More content will come once it's ready. That's all I can say for now. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.